Hello, this is Greg Abernathy, Director of Kentucky Natural Lands Trust. The last few weeks have been a reminder that nature and art offer wonderful respites. KNLT believes strongly in the power of art and conservation. It is a partnership that is central to our efforts to protect, connect, and restore wildlands. Our conservation efforts are forging ahead, however, we are missing connecting with all of you at one of the many Pine Mountain outings and social events we had planned for this spring and summer. Since we can't be with you, we're launching the Pine Mountain Sessions at Home, a new series featuring music and readings by our network of creative friends. We thought this would offer us a way to stay connected and hopefully bring a little joy to all of you. Stay tuned for new episodes. Please help us spread the word about KNLT, this series, and the talented artists taking part. Stay healthy and enjoy the show.
Spent the months of winter tracking and tracing, trying to find you, to love you, but you couldn't be found. No words of warning in the hours of longing, no notion of caution could ever slow us down. All the old stepstones, a myriad bygones, call out, emerge us ever on. A tether to hold us, good work to guide us, to keep us from spinning right off of the world. You don't have to tell them, you pray for and love them, and hold their memories and visions as close as you can. But maybe they love you, and maybe they need you, and maybe they'd reach back if you offered a hand. And as a child I knew you, I carry you with me, listening carefully to those who have nothing to gain, and shepherd the shadows that fire our blood, understanding that it's all the same. I spent the months of winter tracking and tracing, trying to find you, to love you, but you couldn't be found. No words of warning in the hours of longing, no notion of caution could ever slow us down. Thank you all so much for tuning in to the Pine Mountain Sessions at Home. I'm Daniel Martin Moore, and I'm so pleased to be here as a part of this. Anything that Kentucky Natural Lands Trust is up to, I'm always happy to be there and to help out. This next song is called Never Look Away, and it's my contribution to the Pine Mountain Sessions album, and also the title track of an album that I put out last year. Thanks again, and thank you to Greg Abernathy especially for putting this together. It need not go forever. It can rest upon the earth. We can settle down and feel it, and we wouldn't be the first. Over air and wire, calling us by name, but knowing nothing of our nature, and caring nothing for this place. But over hill and valley, there moves a cooling wind. It sets the canopy swaying and sets us on the mend. Look out, look after, look on, but never look away. Look out, look after, look on, but never look away, never look away. No, we need not go forever. We can rest upon the earth. We can settle right down and feel it, and we wouldn't be the first. Look out, look after, look on, but never look away. Look out, look after, look on, but never look away, never look away.
I'm Ann TaylorHall, and I'm reading in my backyard in Harrison County, having been a friend to Pine Mountain ever since I first saw it. And I'm going to read a poem that's dedicated to Pine Mountain. Light came and went, weather came and went, and this for a long time was forever, when forever stood still. No, not still. The sea gathered, the sea receded, leaving a rich mud. We come from mud. Continents banged together. The surface in this place was thrust upward. Water ran down along the creases in the slope. Something happened. Some particles coalesced in the mud, set up a faint throbbing, and then organisms began to move, to inch along, to swim, or to send themselves downward, deep into the mud, probing to find what they needed in order to push themselves up into the air. And so the forest came. The hemlocks rose up, the great oaks. Things came winding through the trees. Things with wings or legs or bellies moved along the ridge, or with fins through the ridge's waters, all looking for what they needed for life. Huge things, mastodons and bison, and also things almost invisible. All sorts of things began to be alive. It took forever. Then some came through on 2 legs. They needed everything. They had no claws or long, sharp teeth to help them kill. They only had brains and clever hands. They used them to make weapons out of stone. They figured out how to make fires and cover themselves against the cold, since they no longer had fur. They needed shelter. They needed to clear places to plant corn. Some of them moved on through. Some stayed, perhaps. They didn't leave much trace. They could come back. If this had been the place you knew when you hunted here 10,000 or so years ago, you could come back now and know where you were. You would remember the ridgeline, the steep slabs of bare sandstone at the crest, holding the memory of creation. That long ridge has remained unmolested, unblasted, unchanged, still itself. The ridges of most of the neighboring mountains are gone, blasted and bulldozed away. No human or animal could find the way back. But on Pine Mountain's crest, I saw almost what they saw, millions of years around me. Of course, they would know it is not as it was then. The cougars are gone, the bison are gone, the chestnut trees they knew are gone, the hemlocks severely threatened, the ash trees dying before our eyes. Still, I saw what they saw, the shape of the land, as close to forever as we're likely to get. The mountain's tree. Birds flew from the tree when the tree fell. Birds circled for hours trying to find their nests in the empty air. The great root stood up like a house before the steel blade. First they pushed the tree into the valley. Then they pushed the mountain onto the tree that was on the mountain. Where did the raccoon and the fox go when the mountain began its crashing down, when the mountain buried the tree? There were foxes on the mountain, and foxes where the mountain fell. Where is the path that the boy made by going to the tree because it was his favorite tree, because it was the biggest on the mountain, and sometimes he sat under it being quiet, or sometimes he would climb it because the thick limbs let him. He could get way up. He could see everything. The terrible noise came. When the steel took the tree out of the mountain, he heard it from way down the slope. He ran and ran, but the steel had already sent the tree over the edge, and now it was sending the mountain down on top of the tree. And why? And why? Because. And now, where the tree was up there in the sky, and he could see it from way far away, there is no tree. And where the mountain was, there is no mountain. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Heather Summers. I am one half of the other years. I am coming from Crestwood, Kentucky, at the beautiful Fox Hollow Farm where I live. I am being joined by a woodpecker right now, who must know that I'm going to sing 2 songs about birds. So I hope you enjoy. This morning, an indigo bunting flew into our window, and I found him laying among the poppies, and I picked him up and I cried. My fingers ran across his back, my eyes unworthy of the hue. The blue, the blue, the blue, more true. His wings, no voice that sings the moment when life did cease. The unknown thing, a lifeless bird, could put my mind at ease. My fingers ran across his back, my eyes unworthy of the hue. The blue, the blue, the blue, more true. There's a lone flight, birds afar, exhausting in the sapphire jar. A sure sky, flat earth sky, a dome sky, St. Jerome sky. Quivering flight, red-tailed hawk, to cut out the starling flock. Starlings together, starlings part. Starlings fodder, starlings art. It's a low flight hovering ground. Questions no settlement to be found. The locust tree, the feathers free, the wayward wind has found a friend. Traveling air has full memory, the bird has not had time Thanks for listening.
Hi, this is Eric Scott Sutherland. I'm reading from my new book, Earth is My Church. Earth Evolving Flower. Blue heron skies wheel above lush Elkhorn Valley, where Walt Whitman still walks through leaves of bluegrass, Kentucky River flyway, some sort of highway for traveling birds. I sit still, humming my own winged song, extracting nectar from this earth evolving flower, translating to blank page my time here in this body. Ruin. Ruin is a message embedded in crude maps, the schizophrenia of cities, disorder of colonies, civilizations chicken-scratched in dirt, cursive highways of borers like braille beneath bark, stick figure caricatures for future diggers who unearth the evidence left, black coals in a pit. They say this isn't the bottom graveyard of bedrock, but the bone of an all-knowing being cracking beneath the crunch of steely centuries. Every crevice opened overturns the new order of dust. Gilded towers devoured by rust. The contours of a great face erode. A memory is lost. Good mud. In the damp dark, don't you just want to fall into it all? Feather, leaf, creek, good mud. Nothing lasts forever. Surely a moon rules over all this beauty and mess, yes? Feel the tug of a full one just before sunsets on another kaleidoscopic Kentucky afternoon. Threshold upon threshold we cross, hand in hand or severed, but together. Nothing lasts forever. Just ask a mother, a lover, or a mountain.
This first one is Michael Hurley's song. Let me be your June bug till your dragonfly come. Let me be your June bug till your dragonfly come. I can do more dragon than your dragonfly does. Let me be your mole till your big rat come. Let me be your mole till your big rat come. I can do more digging than your big rat does. Let me be your little crow till your raven come. Let me be your little crow till your raven come. I can do more crowing than your raven does. Let me be your daisy to your dandy bloom. Let me be your daisy to your dandy bloom. Daisy in the middle, I could find some room. I like that song because it's about enjoying what you have right now, being the best you can, and how that might be all you need. I'm in a special place for me. This is my aunt's memorial bench in Cherokee Park, Mary Kate, and this next song I wrote thinking about her and my Aunt Marty, who we just lost after Christmas. And this morning I'm thinking a lot about my Aunt Mary Jo, who just passed this morning, or yeah, early morning. And this is about that sort of transition time when you're thinking about people that you love so much and you're also sort of pivoting to let them go, and how hard that can be. Yeah, and I'm thinking a lot and worrying a lot about all sorts of people, but I'm also really hopeful, and I hope that you're well, and I hope that we can take care of each other. I know we can. I know we can. Have to retune. I've littered my nest with the detritus of the ones we keep losing. What trinket, what lock of fur is next to be mine? Silken scarf, hand-drawn prayer card, favorite words underlined. Our protection, we cast our love spell. Each works best its magic when the wisher means well. Slip away, ever quiet, slip away from their arms. Would you wait out the weather at the edge of the yard? unbanded limbs spread in cathedral, every gray feather dyed black and gleaming. So simple the asking, proffer salt, and the sound of the freshest of offerings, wind thrown to the ground. We wish our protection, we cast our love spell. Each works best its magic when the wisher means well. Slip away, we're not ready. Slip away, journey's long. They'll come up from the country, 3 days till